President Trump is expected to welcome Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to the White House this evening for a state dinner. The two big topics on their agenda: a possible ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, as well as the future of Iran's nuclear program. The White House commenting on the meeting earlier today. Take a listen.
The utmost priority for the president right now in the Middle East is to end the war in Gaza and to return all of the hostages. Also, as you know, there was a ceasefire proposal that Israel supports that was sent to Hamas, and we hope that they will agree to this proposal. We want to see all of the hostages released. That's on the top of the president's mind, so that will be discussed, as well as the many other positive developments we've seen in the Middle East.
Well, Netanyahu also in a statement yesterday saying that, quote, "We've never had such a friend in the White House. Our joint involvement brought a great victory over our mutual enemy, Iran." So for more on bring in ABC News' Alex Perche. And Alex, this is what, the third time that Netanyahu has been to the White House? I think Mick Mulroy pointed out that's more than any other world leader. This has happened, of course, since President Trump took office in January. What do we anticipate coming out of this meeting?
Yeah, Kana. Well, I mean, I trust Mick with the math on there, but I'd have to do the count. It's certainly a lot, especially given that we're just 7 months into the Trump administration part two. But as far as what we're expecting here, I think there's a lot of pressure on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu here, returning for the third time here, and I say that because you look at the way the table is set right now. Certainly, the U.S. has been pushing for some sort of ceasefire deal in between Israel and Hamas. This is the closest the two sides have been to a ceasefire agreement in months of fighting. And look, the other piece of this is, this is playing out at a time where Netanyahu faces challenges within his own country, standing trials for corruption and bribery, among other alleged crimes. Those have been put temporarily on hold because of diplomacy and national security measures. But there's also this understanding that a lot of that is predicated on the support that he's had from President Trump. President Trump has been pretty vocal in calling those trials a witch hunt, and so I think from the Israeli side there certainly is something to be said for moving the needle a little bit further whenever it comes to this ceasefire agreement.
Well, and what makes this particular meeting, though, different from some of the others that we've seen, between these leaders so far? Certainly a ceasefire has been top of mind, as well as hostage release.
Sure. Well, Kane, I would point out the optics of this one, right? So Netanyahu was the first head of state to visit the U.S. whenever Trump first took office, and that was a very public showing where he toured not just the White House with President Trump, but also Capitol Hill. He was back in April. Similar fanfare. This day, it's largely closed door. He's got a public appearance tomorrow on Capitol Hill, but you think about the meeting that he has with Secretary of State Rubio and the special envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff. That's at Blair House. That's closed door. The meeting that he has with Trump today is very closed door, and I think that also kind of speaks to a lot of the uncertainty. Caroline Leavitt earlier today in the press conferences, usually, they tout just how close they are to some sort of agreement, but she really kind of danced around that, and I think there's an understanding on both sides that a lot of this is still kind of up in the air.
Right, and it's a tricky situation when a terrorist organization like Hamas has a say in the agreement as well. Alex, I'm curious about your thoughts here on Netanyahu's expected meetings as well with members of Congress and Trump administration officials also.
Yeah, well, so that's a little ambiguous as to what to expect out of that, right? So he's meeting with House Speaker Mike Johnson tomorrow, and there will be a photo op there on Capitol Hill. But keep in mind, Kana, that the House is out for this week, and so in terms of who else is going to be there, or are there going to be any asks? Is it ceremonial? Is this just to preserve a relationship? Are there, it's really kind of uncertain as to what that's actually going to accomplish.